Alright, this is the unboxing and setup of the Asus AC2400 RT-AC87U dual band wireless gigabit router. It's not actually out yet. We got pretty lucky at a Best Buy. Got our hands on one of these early. And here it is. Having troubles? Do not take it back to Best Buy. Call support. So the AC87R is just the retail version of the AC87U we saw at CES this year. And there it is in all its glory. Beautiful. It's really thin, to be honest. It's thinner than I expected it to be. Ooh. Currently upgrading from a R7000 Netgear. The AC87U is the competitor to the one we currently have. This one provides 4x4 MIMO support, which, let's see if we can get some of this on here. Our little 5S camera. So let's not put the serial number in it, just because. Okay, so we got over to the side here.
Power adapter.
Looks like a little Apple power adapter. Check that out. Asus, man. Always with the quality. What do we got here?
Ethernet.
Oh, shielded. That's nice.
Probably still Cat 6 either.
5E, you mean? Yeah, probably so.
Oh yeah, 5E. And then we have our...
My guess is it's probably 6. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Step to the side for a second. There we go, we got some light. Check this out.
Beautiful.
The feel is, honestly, it's plastic, but it's the sturdy kind of plastic. It's not cheap or something you get at...
Well designed.
It is well designed.
It's very rigid.
It's got that snap in it.
Oh yeah. See if we can't put these bad boys on.
Already got some fingerprints on it.
Really?
Really?
Travesty.
Not on the new router. I said that. Alright, we're going to ignore that phone call in the middle of the video here.
Unboxing a router. Oh.
Seriously. That's what they created Do Not Disturb mode for. Yeah, well, the only question is how my OCD is going to deal with 4 instead of 3.
That indeed is a good question.
Like 2 straight up,
2 to the side.
Yep.
Same person.
Yep. Let's see what we got here. So the hope with these is that we live in an environment with about 25 to 30 connected wireless devices, and the hope is that this device will handle those a little easier than the R7000 Nighthawk has. The R7000 has been a lot better about it than the Airport Extreme we had prior to that, although it does still drop on the 5 gigahertz probably several times a day when everyone's connected. Alright, what do we got? So, on the side we have, well, it's kind of heavy. It would not be Asus if it didn't have that material that just grabs fingerprints. Not quite as well as Apple does, but... Okay, so they've made some revisions since the original AC87U specs came out. We have a USB 2 port here on the back, our WPS button here in the back, Ethernet, and our 4 LAN ports. It's a reset, power, and the power cable. Now, the revisions they've made, they originally spec'd it out to have the USB 3 on the side. Looks like we've now moved that to the front. We'll pull out...
I'm not really a big fan of that.
Yeah, the R7000 is the same way with the USB 3 on the front. It just... We have it sitting up next to our 4K TV, and it doesn't look nice with the cable sitting around the front like that. They did make it a little easier to turn the LEDs on and off, though. You now have an LED button.
That's pretty sweet.
And the Wi-Fi button if you just want to turn Wi-Fi off altogether.
That would be fun for most people.
So yeah, there it is. Let's plug it in and see what we get. Before we plug this in, I'm just going to go over the rest of the stuff in the box. We have VIP member warranty. VIP wireless VIP member copy. Also in here we have our RT-AC87R dual band gigabit router manual and the mandatory wireless CD for those that require compact discs. I don't know how many computers even still have CD slots. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Alright, let's plug it in. Alright, so let's pull out the R7000 here, just kind of chilling. Same idea with this one, USB cord sticking out of the front. Just doesn't look appealing sitting up here with the rest of your cables and stuff. So I'm just going to pull the plug on this guy. Let's see what we can get out here. Only had this one for a month. I'm not going to use this. We actually already have Ethernet sufficient with our gigabit internet. That's part of what we're trying to support is our gigabit internet, fiber optic internet. That should give, I guess, a few people a clue as to where we're from. There's only, what, 5 cities in the whole U.S. that have gigabit internet. Unfortunately, I'm not going to take the time to go through and wire this into our beautiful cable management setup here. Oh, don't tell me this is one of those side ones that's going to stick up now. Really? Okay. I'm just going to plug it in and then we'll make it look pretty later. So, side by side with the R7000, it's a little bit bigger. Gives us the appearance here. The Asus is actually a little bit shorter. It's about the same width, top down. 4 antennas instead of 3. I'm curious to see how the 4 streams on 5 GHz works. Overall, though, they're very similar in setup. Nothing like the R8000, which we chose to go with the Asus just because the R8000 is, at least at this point in time in July of 2014, the R8000 is getting a lot of flack for quite a few bugs, and we assume that's purely because new technology and it just came out, and Netgear kind of has a rep for taking a little while to get their hardware worked out. Once they do, well, we're actually a Netgear fan over Asus, but at least for the next few months here we're going to try the Asus and see what happens. Compared to the R7000, this should give us a little bit to work with here. Okay, so we plugged it in. I don't know how much we can see with the limited light here. Here we go. Plug the power cable in, and we're going to go ahead and power it on. Okay. We have a blue light. Plug in port. These antennas kind of feel a little bit chintzy, to be honest, only because they keep falling. I think if we turn them to the right a few times here. I do not have a USB 2 device that I care to use with this. The only point to using it is with a USB 3 device, in my opinion. I do like on the R7000 that the USB port is just open here in the front, versus the AC60, not 68, that's AC87U, you have to pull this up. Unsightly flap down, and now it looks even worse. That really does look pretty bad, actually. 4 antennas. We are set up. We have all blue lights and red for internet. Don't know if that's good thing or a bad thing? That probably means we don't have internet, which I would assume would mean I have it plugged into the wrong port, but we'll troubleshoot that downstairs. Let's go into the admin panel.
Tether my unlimited T-Mobile. That was a plug. That was a plug right there.
Good call. Good call. Bye, Verizon. Okay. Router.asus.com. Let's see what happens. Let's try admin. Admin. Yeah, they made that switch a couple of years ago, and everything is admin now. It seems. Even Netgear, surprisingly. Okay, welcome to your Asus AC87R. Check connect A2211AC concurrent dual band AC2334. 4 transmitters, 4 receivers, signal range up to 5,000 square feet. That should cover our house. That little 3,000 square feet house here. Square foot house. AI protection for real-time network monitoring and protection. Now the curious thing with this is when we turned on the monitoring with the R7000, we watched our speeds go from 900 megabit to about 500 megabits. So I'm curious to see if AI protection cuts that as well. I'm imagining when it's packet filtering that it would cut it, in which case we will turn it off. Adaptive quality of service automatically manages and optimizes your traffic in your home network. Let's see what happens. Go.
It's terrible when you only have 500 megabits.
Can't deal with it.
Do with myself.
Change the router password to prevent unauthorized access to the router. Next. Do not save the password. Actually, here's a plug for 1Password. Okay, assign a unique name, service set identifier, SSID, to help identify network name. This is the 2.4. We'll call it, I really shouldn't show these. These names were inherited from the R7000.
Makes transitioning so much easier.
Apply. Not now. Latest firmware update is available now. Do you want to get the best experience? I recommend that we update the router latest firmware version. Do you want to update? Yes, I do. Let's see how long it takes to download on our internet. Alright, so on a wired connection, we are performing right now. We're doing well. That's impressive speeds. Some of the best we've had actually out of our internet here. Unfortunately, you can't get true gigabit. Something about something or other with latency and overhead. And I would expect to get at least 900. For some reason, we're lagging a bit. Here we go. So, where we would get 900 before on the R7000, it looks like we're struggling a little bit here on the upload for the AC87.
Well, it's not unusual. I've gotten that speed on the R7000.
So that's wired right out of the box, no configuration. Let's go back here. With those speeds, we are only 27% done downloading. Because we're waiting on Asus's network. Apparently this is the fastest they can give us the update.
Oh, like a firmware update?
Yeah, firmware upgrade is done. Please reboot. Notice how we jumped from 79 to 100. Please reboot the AC87R manually. What? Okay. Looks like we have DHCP now. Alright, let's see what happens. Let's go to... Okay. This is the dashboard for the AC87R. Not messed with the AC68U. I don't know if this is similar or if this is something they changed. My guess would be it would be very similar to the AC68U. I'm not sure they would have gone through and completely redone it. However, it does have other features, so that is possible.